So, MSME sector, as you have rightly said, that they are economic powerhouses. How do you see IICA getting associated with this MSME sector?
Well, we are an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and our mandate is to ensure two things. One is to try and build in important inputs to the formulation of policy at the Government of India level. And I believe that for MSMEs particularly, we must carve out a special niche in our policy making formulations. And this can only happen when IICA organizes conclaves of this type, where we get a meeting of minds, where the associations of the MSME sector, different country initiatives, international experiences, in fact even the stock exchange get involved in this very interesting cross-cutting exchange of ideas. And I think at the second level, in terms of our skill development, skill enhancement, because that's an area where MSMEs are crying out for help. The more we can empower them, the more we can make skills relevant to them, the better we will be. And I think IICA is well positioned now, although we are a new organization, to take really firm steps in this regard.
Okay, there are a lot of talks about technology upgradation. A few of the speakers have also mentioned that it's a big challenge.
Yes, and I think that technology upgradation can come from the linkage of MSMEs with the larger organizations, one. And two, from many of the venture capital funds, because this is an area which is crying out for encouraging new startups and also for capital to flow into the MSME sector. So we need to do two things, I think. One is to sensitize banks themselves, who have been very traditional in their approach to lending. Then secondly, to encourage more and more venture capital into this area. And I think at the third level, even at the policy level, to make sure that the MSME sector is well served. Now I think with the new government's Make in India mission, what is happening is that we are trying to make sure that the ease of business in India really upgrades itself from where we are. And that will happen when MSMEs, one on their own, come forward. But at the second level, government eases many of the difficulties. For example, in registration, today we had a speaker talking about how difficult it is even to register one of the organizations. So we must cut the bureaucracy out. We must bring in easier practices for MSME sector, and also to give them some incentives. We have tried that in the past, but I think more focused incentives for this sector would be very important.
Sir, Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has laid a lot of emphasis on skilling India, and now that with the change in Companies Act, CSR has come into picture. Would you like to propose to the government to link skilling India with CSR initiatives of the
Yes,
corporates?
absolutely, absolutely. We in IICA are in fact the leaders of the entire CSR initiative in this country. And my appeal to government and to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs would be that in a very real sense, we must bring in skill development. One of the items in our Schedule 7 of the Companies Act was Section 135. And then we would link a lot of the CSR fund inflow to the skill development process.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.